Nico! Okay, so it did count as this town. That worked? Yes! Saving that.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for waiting. I had to take a couple of extra seconds beyond Let's Go to make sure that I got my watching of Sirenscape wrapped up. Sometimes they raid into me since I happen to start just as they end, and I didn't want to risk being caught off guard. They're actually going to go see Cybernation Uncensored. You know, they're not as good, but whatever. I guess if you're into the role playing thing, then that probably makes more sense. They don't know what they're missing with the Snow Runner coming up today. So, Mrs. Jedi, Nico, KDP, thank you're all that are in here so far. Thank you for joining, even if it's brief. I always appreciate the good lurk. Since I wrapped up season 10 of the main game SnowRunner 2 weeks ago, and then I was involved. Did I have an interview last Wednesday? I know I streamed on Thursday instead of Wednesday for whatever reason I made up at the time to have to do that. So it was not SnowRunner. Got myself a little bit of a break. So now I'm coming back. I'm going back to my mod map in Pine Valley. I still really like the design of the map that they put together there. I love how many actual tasks and missions and other good things. Oh, it was the AC guy. Yeah. It was a good thing he came because, including today, 4 days in a row of 100 plus temperatures. Technically, the AC was still running fine when he came, but we needed the help to ensure that it was properly cleaned out so that the extra condensate would stop spewing over the entire garage, because we've been condensing like crazy the last 4 days. So all of the condensation has stayed in the drain tube. We're good. Everything is going on. The roofing company decided to take the middle two out of these 4 days to come out and do our roof in the middle of 100-degree temperature. Amazingly, after even cutting their days short, basically they would stop once it had 100. They only took 2 days to do the 3 or maybe 4 day roof. So they've already come and they've gone. They don't have to suffer and die on our roof or fall down the cliff into the backyard or whatever anymore. So that's good. And with any luck, come November or so, when it rains at night, it won't be raining on our faces in bed overnight. 103, what have I got right now? Ooh, 102. You only beat us by one. It was only originally it was only going to be 99 today, cold front. They adjusted it to 101, but my watch tells me it is now 102. Siri, stop listening. Okay, there we go. Now we're fine. 81 Celsius, I assume you mean, KDP. Yeah, I don't know. I have said this for the last 9 years now. When I was arranging to move here, I was promised 72 degrees with a light drizzle 365 days a year, and it is not that. It is that for, at best, like 45 days a year. Otherwise, it gets to or slightly below freezing in winter. After living in Colorado and Nebraska, it's kind of nothing, except for our super steep hill that does ice up. But in the summer, it's 90 to 100 for 3 months and not a single drop of rain the entire time. It's weird. 99 is snow weather. Hey, Stitch fan, welcome in. Yeah, before climate change, and of course, I brought climate change with me. It's my fault. I apologize for that. Since I haven't gotten to it yet, and pretty much everyone here is in the know, I received my interview project kind of late Monday afternoon, It's about 4 o'clock, I think. And so I was prepared. I was going to work on it Tuesday, kind of wrap it up today, and then make sure that it was submitted by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, of course, I couldn't wait that long. So 6:30 to 10:30 Monday night, I plowed through all of the happy path part. It's kind of a battleship simulation. They've got a couple of, I'll call them script files. They're not really script. It's just a set of instructions that they kind of define how this works, and how it works in with how the game of Battleship works. So you need to be able to read in these instructions and then simulate the battle, and then here's an output, kind of match that. So of course I exactly matched the way that the output comes out. So it has 5 instructions that indicate where they want the ship set up and what orientation they want, and then it's got a whole bunch of fire commands, and you just have to keep track of who goes where. I built it with a twist. They have this big layout for, this is what the board looks like. It's numbers across the top, letters down the bottom. I didn't actually have a board object. I didn't keep track of an array. I let the ships keep track of their own locations. And then when I got a fire command, I just asked each ship, hey, does this hit you? And whoosh, I think it's awesome. I think it's working out really cool. So in my 4-hour window, and it's supposed to take you 2 to 4 hours, I got the happy path done. So they had one little short script that just kind of exercises each of the commands. Well, the setup commands once per ship, and then it had 4 fires that should generate 2 hits, 2 misses. That one I got working pretty quick on. And then they had a full game that should go all the way through setup, fire all over the place, but the last command should finally hit the last spot on the last ship, and then you should generate a game over message. So I got that all working. And then I spent about an hour on Tuesday morning going through, and they provided 2 scripts without sample inputs that would either place a ship off the board, or it would cross 2 ships on the grid, which of course are illegal placements. So I spent about an hour going through and making sure that the code that I put in that has the ship kind of register its locations. Once it's done laying itself out, it then asks every other ship, hey, do we share any squares? And then if it does, you throw up an invalid placement message and the game immediately ends. So I got those 2 covered. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I put separate messages. It doesn't matter. There was no sample output file, so it kind of really didn't matter what you did. There are a lot of things where that really wouldn't work for a full game, but I think it's going to be good for this. And then late yesterday, I went back and I added, they already had a README file in there, so I added a Battleship Notes README file and kind of detailed what some of my choices were, things I would like to do, better, different, expand on later. A couple of caveats, instructions on how to run it, because it's kind of funky the way I had it set up. Let's see. Nice weather. BB's trying to sell you what into moving here, or just to getting hot. Either way, whichever. Did you call it ships battling so you did get into trouble? No, because it's not in my GitHub domain. It's in theirs. So they called it Battleship. I kept calling it Battleship. Screw the man. We're going for IP violations everywhere. Otherwise, yeah, what did we do at my former company? Battle Sheep. That's what it was called. Although I don't think you actually had 4 square long sheep. I don't think the game ever actually got completed. I don't know what the hell it was about, but I do know that that's what they named it. Pacific Northwest has the best sandwiches most urgently. It does. Wink, 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 if you know. I don't remember if B6 had someone or not. I just know that A1 and A2 got the destroyer, and then A3 down had the submarine, but they reversed those in the one where you got crossed ships. So then the destroyer tried to start on the same square where the submarine ended. So I had to detect that. Yes, cargo sheet. That's exactly what they're. I don't know anything about it. So anyway, I got that added in this morning. I generated the review request. I hunted down the 3 guys that they sent me in the email that are supposed to be involved as reviewers. So they happen to be in this domain. So I added them to the project. I got super proactive. That could work for me or it could work against me. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Let me bring this hand on screen here because I got the got the camera moved over a little farther than normal today. So we'll see how it goes. I do note that those three guys involved, and one of them was the guy that I actually video interviewed with last Friday. They have yet to actually accept and show up on the review. So I was going to allow them, the full 24 plus hours to review casually at their whim, rather than suddenly having it available at 8 a.m. for them tomorrow morning, and then they had to, I think it was only going to give them 4 hours to look through it. It's not that much code, but I thought they might appreciate having an extra day. I don't think any of them have accepted it yet, so I think they probably all just budgeted, screw it. We'll look at it from 8 to 8:30, and then, screw it until the meeting later in the day. Battle Sheets would be the most underwhelming fight. You crumpled my piece of paper, but I could see them doing that. That'd make a great Switch game. It really would. Speaking of which, I am not on the Switch today. I am over to the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck has much better support for SnowRunner mods. In fact, the map that I'm playing on, I don't think they bothered to build a Switch-compatible version. I think they built this map before Switch got added to the list, which meant as a developer you had to go back and do a quick rebuild to make it available. So I don't think they've gone back to patch anything on this map. So they never built one, so I can only play it here. The same with Krokodilsk. They did build Krokodilsk for Switch, but it included a bug that caused a crash when you went to the third map. They rebuilt all the other maps for all the other platforms, but not mine, because they hate me. Thanks, Streamlabs. Good thing you're checking on me. Let me switch back over to the game here. So first, when I fired this up, I fired it up first so that I can get the multiplayer code, so if anyone wants to play along, King Ninja might be along later. I know he loves to join in these games. I got the code down there. I happened to notice when I popped into the garage that my garage was empty, and I was starting to freak out, not knowing where all my trucks had gone. It occurred to me I had retained them all into storage so that I could use this save profile to join Miss Silvermoon's game, as a matter of fact. As it turns out, that particular day, her copy of SnowRunner was having the issue SnowRunner has with multiplayer joining, especially from any platform other than PC. So I ended up giving up on this. Actually, no, it was the Switch one that I had to give up on. This one, I did finally get in, and the truck on screen now is the one that I actually used in her game, the Party Zix. In fact, I believe that's why it is missing a cargo bed back there, because I needed a saddle for something. I don't know what I was dragging around, but it was whatever. I defeated the bed sheets, but I would really like to rejoin them. Oh, every night, man. Battle sheets, bed sheets. You guys are making weird games. Don't do this to me. So anyway, I have very high hopes for that. I have my review interview meeting with them tomorrow afternoon. Friday afternoon, I have a 45-minute interview with the product manager and someone else. I think it might be another developer. The review tomorrow is with 3 developers off the team that I would be working on. That's why we're doing this. So the extra developer on Friday, along with the product manager, is either because he's out on Thursday and wanted to get involved, or might be a senior developer from a different team. I'm not entirely certain. Originally, I was told there would be 1 interview with the product manager and then 1 interview with the actual hiring manager finally. This one's not the hiring manager, so I'm hoping I finally actually get to talk to her early next week. That's where I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it'll be like a Monday, Tuesday interview. I don't know how the logistics are supposed to go on that, because it sounded like they were going to line up interviews 3, 4, and 5, do the scheduling of them at the same time for staggered dates, and that they might combine the 4th and 5th into one, but that definitely didn't happen. So I am still caught in interview hell, but fortunately, I love the way that this company does interviews. They're not the computer science cocktail party trivia hour where no one ever gets any of the correct answers unless it just happens to be something that they've been working on in the last month or two. So this is the worst that it will be, actually having me write some code for them, but I think it came out looking good. Oh, I did make one other change this morning when I put in my notes file. I did a quick preview on what the review looked like, and I decided to go ahead and use Visual Studio for Mac, which I had to freshly install a couple of days ago. And I had no idea what any of its defaults were. I just said, yeah, give me whatever Visual Studio for Mac does, and I'm off and running. because my Windows partition on this former work computer of mine is ancient. I haven't gotten to use it in a year and a half. Everything was out of date. I didn't want to screw around spending a day updating everything. So I said, see it, no, it's screw it. We'll use it, whatever. We'll try it out. .NET Core runs just fine on Mac and Linux and whatever else they happen to build it for. So this will be no problem. Easy. It turns out, yeah, all of the shortcut commands, none of them make any sense to me. They've kind of modeled it after Apple's built-in software development platform Xcode, but it doesn't exactly match that either. And they defaulted to using tabs, the actual tab characters when you hit the tab key, whereas most of the time you're going to have that defined as, insert 2 or 4 spaces. Except that at some point while I was writing this code, it decided to change the default. So as I was previewing my code review, you read down and everything, it's all nice and properly jagged and easy to read. And then all of a sudden the formatting goes crazy. And you can't tell from looking at it which parts are supposed to be nested in each one, because there are some tabs, and they use this giant tabs for this thing. It's like 8 space tabs. So half the code is over here on this side of the screen and half the code is over here on this side of the screen. You can't tell which one is supposed to be indented and outdented. So I made a quick pass through, and just because it's not normally a thing that I get to do, I made them all tab characters. So the spacing is kind of huge, but at least it's uniform. And then I made a special note of that. So I'm hoping to get some bonus credit for making it readable before actually making people read it. So I'm going for all the bonus points I can, because I do know that somehow this code review is scored by their developers. And I have no idea what the basis is. I don't know what the scale range is. I don't know if it's start at 100 and you take penalties, or start at 0 and you work your way up and there's no upper limit. No clue. So I'm doing lots of hopeful stuff. So I have recovered my trucks, now that I remember what I was talking about. So I got them back in the garage. I have grabbed the Party Zix, and then I just took ownership of this Ford Cabover. I think King Ninja got it for me 2 sessions ago, but I didn't actually collect it and bring it into the garage until last session. But I've got the repair and fuel points hooked up to it because I needed them to go get the Dan last session. So I do still have the Dan on the map. I made sure to leave that one behind. I also, checking on stream health, that looks all good. I know there's one more mission out there that involves you having to kind of go swimming out to an island, and there is a completely dead truck out there that you have to, at a bare minimum, you got to do some repair so that you can easily drag it out of there, but it's one of those where you got to repair it and refuel it. So I'm hoping that this Ford has enough of each kind of points to get it all done in a single pass. And then if I don't have to drag it anywhere, I just get it. Boom, I'm off and running. But I'm thinking I gotta make room, since I got the deck here, and I gotta hold it up close, but I also have to have the HDMI cable connected. So let me slide. There's my fingers. I'm gonna slide that back out just a little bit, so I've got a little more room. Unlike the Switch joysticks, I hope these don't click-clack next to the microphone quite as much, but we'll see. I am nothing if barely semi-professional here. So let's take this out of the garage. I'm taking off the reading glasses because I am ready to move. Fire up. And then that's headlights. That's beacons. Yeah, there we go. We got a beacon up front. We got a beacon in back. That's all we need. Drag the trailer out of the bush. Ooh, that's another one I'm interested in. But for right now, what I'm really looking for, actually maybe, yeah, here we go. I know a shortcut. No, that's the one. That's the one I was thinking of, that you need to go grab the Yar and its scout trailer. I am looking for this one here. This Kodiak. That one has got to be tied to some kind of mission. Didn't quite make it. Recover the Lodestar back in Pine Valley. Oh, wow. It's been a while since I've been back in Pine Valley. Repair the helipad. Off-road expansion? No, that's just building a thing. Drag the thing out. It wants a broken cat. Say what? Broken cat. Nope, that's a trailer. That's somehow not the right one. Camp fuel tank. No. Oh, no, wait. I wanted to try logger down. Freightliner. Nope. Nope. You are all useless to me. I hate you all. Minor setup. Nope, this isn't going well. I do want the racetrack revival. In fact, in case I can't find the mission to go pick up the one I want to find, I'm going to set that as my current one. Oh, where's the oversized cargo come from? Oversized cargo comes from the other map. Fair enough. Keep the lights on. Food run doesn't sound right now. Lakeside lounging. No. Nope. Store stock, boiler breakdown. Nope. Ooh, I want boiler deliveries. Ooh, that one's going to be good. One last one to check here. Pick up a group from the rail station. Toilet troubles. Nope, don't want that. There's boat launch. I should prioritize that one. It would be nice to have access to a few more. Okay, well, I don't know about an official mission, so instead, we are just going to try driving out there anyway. That step right there is the gamble. I have no idea. It seems like crossing this narrower piece is going to work out better than crossing the larger piece. It could just be taunting me. There may not be any mission associated with this. Honestly, that'd be kind of fun. Okay, we're off. Let's go see what we got cooking. And then when it turns out I can't get out there with this thing. Because at the moment it has no... Wait. We have no all-wheel drive? We don't even have diff locks? Wait a minute, I've done something horribly wrong here. Yeah, there you go. Break out them horns. Tires. We got good tires. Ah. Okay, well. Let me get the truck started up again. We are going to drive out there. It may turn out later on I may need someone else with all-wheel drive to wade their way out to that island. But then I can just have them drag the truck back across the water, and I will have this bad boy sitting and waiting for him over there. Ooh, that Resvani's good looking in that nice shiny green. Okay, that's the horn side. How's the audio level doing? For a change, that might actually be a little quiet, so if it needs more oomph, just let me know in chat there. Oh god, wait. Is Nico having a stroke again? And I've missed this for a minute. Trucks can swim. King Ninja got one of his trucks to literally swim. He floated it backwards down the river to get across to the other side on the other map in this region. I hate you all. I'm finally acknowledged. Okay, that's weird. I get it. Yep, okay. Yeah, you're totally valid in your question there, KDP. I think Nico's a little broken. Hey, as long as you're hanging out there, Nico, you solidified any plans for Nintendo nonsense? I was looking that up this morning. That's September 4th is the Monday. Is that right? I think Mrs. Jedi is trying to make a plan around that. I honestly don't know what the plan is, but, you know, you might end up finding yourself involved in it. I don't know. Especially if you're driving through here. But if you're not, I know she wants any excuse she can find to get us back up there. We spent, what, a year and a half threatening to go visit Dan and Urgent Sandwich at any moment now, and we couldn't manage to pull it off until finally, what, a couple of weeks ago. And now we're just going to live there, I suppose. Okay, no one look at those bushes, or trees, or whatever they were. And it's so pretty playing this game off of the Steam Deck. And it does nice high-res textures that the Switch has to kind of hand-wave. Some nice reflections happening off the top of the cab there. Okay, good news is this is nice and dry. So getting out to the swimming point here probably isn't too bad. I do wish there were less trees in the way. I'm also going to just announce to the crowd that we found a much closer spot, it looks like, to go crossing over here. Let's see. Let me plow through these trees. This looks like the most level point to try this. There's definitely a hill involved right here. I don't know how well this truck is going to handle a hill. Let's set the oh, okay. No one look at that. We try not to float trucks in the South. You try not to, but I bet you do, because it's the South. That's what you do. Okay, my mistake. The reason that looked like it was so close a crossing right there is because it is the wrong crossing. Uh-oh, I got exclamation points. Can we pull the hill on rear-wheel drive? Yeah, we can. This is a Ford, baby. I don't know why that would make it more eligible for actually pulling a hill, but it's fun to yell things. This Jedi knows that about me. Oh, well, crap. Okay, now we're in the mud. This is probably where we are going to start seeing some, we'll call it a challenge. Why would they include, in a game like this, a truck that doesn't have all-wheel drive? Hang in there, little tree. You can do it. Oh, wow, it actually could do it. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, tree. I really didn't think you could do it, but you did it, so I'm impressed. Unfortunately, now I need for you to do a thing that you are probably not a good candidate for. But let's see if your little neighbor buddy here is. Oh my god, it is too. Those tiny little trees that break apart when you try grabbing them with a scout are actually going to drag this big old heavy beast? Man, if I had an applause sound effect, I would do it. Although, ooh, hey, you know what? Come to think of it, I do have my Sirenscape hooked up, just in case they decided to come in on a raid here. What have I got? I got a truck sound. It's a slow build. Here it comes. No, that one's too slow. How about this one? Yeah, there we go. There's a good horn. Ooh. I got a nice splash. I got distant train horns. I got some good stuff going. But I don't have the applause. I have access to sad trombone. I don't have the shortcut built for that, so I'm actually on the verge of having a sound breakthrough here on the stream. I do have my two chatbot sound effects hooked up. Those are still running, fortunately. We want to go that way. Ooh, well, we may want to go that way, but I don't know that that's going to happen. We may be on the verge of moving on to our next task here. Oh, okay, that's the wrong button. That's why it's not winching. Yeah, this doesn't this doesn't have a high set suspension. It doesn't have all-wheel drive. It doesn't have anything really. Oh, now it's taking a little water damage. That's not what I was expecting. Nope. I'm taking a lot more damage than I really wanted to. Nope. Come on, pull your way back out. Okay, it's already taken pretty severe damage, but yeah, here we go. Okay, congratulations. You are now pretty badly damaged. We're not leaking fuel, though. We're burning more fuel than we need to when the engine is running because the engine got gently hosed. But we're just going to leave this one parked there. We'll come back. We'll come back for you someday. Maybe. I don't think this is even a good truck. No, it's a C70. That one would only be valid for actually completing a mission, and we don't have a mission to complete with it. So let's go take a look at Pine Valley real quick, and let's see if it will tell me. Is that the race? Yeah, that's the racetrack stuff. Where does my oversized cargo come from? It comes from up here. I have a car sitting there? Neat. What are you? The little twos. Yeah, that one I just found there and decided, why don't you keep it? Because it's terrible. So I got to get to the rail yard. Ooh, the rail yard has nice, easy access to the gateway. And it's actually pretty smooth sailing over there, too. So I just need a truck to load up over here. I don't think I have any. Where's the step? Oh yeah, I had the step over here trying to drag that thing out of the water, and it just couldn't do it. Because I was awarded the step, and it has virtually no upgrades, so I think it's trying to dig through the wet reeds with highway tires. Yeah, there's a crappy truck. There's the C70. The Paystar's not bad, but I noticed it only has 12% fuel. That's probably not going to work very well for us. So let me back up to the current map. Let me go down to the garage. And we're gonna bust out the party Zix for this one here. Is that a high saddle or a low saddle? That's going to be important. I need to check that. Because what I'm looking for... No, that is a high saddle. That will not work well here. I need the low saddle so I can go grab a regular old trailer. Headlights on. Beacons on for safety. Yeah, quad beacons. 4 times as safe. Look at that. No damage grabbing a hold of the building with the back tires. Little neighbor buddy. Yes. Oh, did I? Yeah, probably did. The res will probably be handy someday when I do get around to trying to recover that busted truck. Oh, I'm sorry. The one that's fully busted rather than the one that I just medium busted. Because it carries a lot of repair points and fuel. Right now, I need... Wait, what do I need? What am I doing? There's the step deck. That would work. That's a bit of a drive around. Where did the gooseneck end up? Oh, I literally drove right past the gooseneck. Okay, well, I didn't drive very far past it. So, rather than heading for a trailer store and buying yet another trailer to go use, I am going to very slowly back up here. Wow, this is really slow. I'm going to go grab that red gooseneck back there. We're going to use that to carry the oversized cargo. Was my intention last time I played this session here to get the racetrack opened, and then I did everything except racetrack related stuff. And I tried to this stream, but right now, I am finally going to pay attention to getting this racetrack open. Ooh, a hydrate. Why, thank you. Let me get... Oh, wait. Did we not attach? Nope, that's winch. There we go. I'm going to save just a little bit of gas. I'm going to pause, and she is headless at the moment, but especially Stitch fan, if you're still watching. I do have my... Are these kind of lined up? I think this is lined... Okay, I'll just screw the head on properly. There we go. My Captain Phasma water bottle. In honor of 400-plus degree days in a row. Coffee can only happen before 10 or 11 a.m., and I got to go to water after that. And I'm going to give you a little bonus here. And yes, Nico, that was a stage yawn, because I'm not really tired, nor am I actually bored. But I wish to give that effect for acting. Thank you. Alright, now we shall proceed. The deck briefly popped. Oh, I've done the thing. Okay, there it is. Whew. The deck momentarily kind of slipped out of its dock, so I had to get everything reassembled. And then on the Switch version of the game, they added the ability to actually magnify portions of the screen, because you had a touchscreen to work with on the Switch. It looks like they've added the same thing for Steam Deck compatibility, which is nice, because when you're playing on the actual Steam Deck screen, it's pretty small, like a Switch. It's good to know that I actually have that option now. But as I am playing it on a 4K monitor, and I am unclear whether the Steam Deck is actually properly upscaling to 4K like it supposedly threatens that it supposedly can, supposedly. There's a lot of supposition in the system. But it does look really good on this monitor, and it's really big, so I don't need it to zoom things. Even with my crappy old man eyes, I can see text on the screen here. Like I'm 705 and closing meters away from that checkpoint over there that I'm not going to now. I am an actor. You must type it with the proper pronunciation. They don't acknowledge you. Go back and say, your mug sucks. Wait, who needs to be... Oh, I missed something good there. Oh, I complimented someone for their Mando mug. Ah, they said nothing. Oh, well, yeah, they're jerks then. Mando, what's that? Is he trying to say mango? Is he weird? I know what their thought process is. Because, I've seen Sandwich's stream, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly the thought process most people go through. What the hell is he saying? Is he having a stroke? That one seems to come up a lot. You might need to have that checked. Actor, yes. It was a little more Scottish, but that's okay. Honk. For a moment, I'm actually going to kind of remember where I'm going. Your mug sucks. Not as good as your mom. Okay, now you're risking being rude to some people's moms. I don't even know these people. Their mom may not be that bad or good. I don't know. I don't want to judge. Yeah, I'm thinking the Taiga probably would have been a better choice, because I don't think there's anything that I'm actually going to need to... I need all these 8 wheels to drive over on this route. It might literally be 100% paved the whole way there and back. But hey, we do what we do. I don't think I've purchased a Taiga in this region. But after my first delivery, that'll give me an opportunity to kind of reevaluate my life, my truck selection. Since you need the... So oversized cargo was 4 slots. I have a 5... Actually, this may only be a 4-slot trailer. But that doesn't matter, because I'm going to take 2 of them on my first run here. And then when I need to go back just to get the last one, then I got a little more truck freedom. I don't know their mom either, but I'm assuming she is a good sucker because at least one child was being... Nico, now you're just being rude. Don't make me ban you. Though for the record, the ugly creep face is still perfectly viable here. Nope, nope, nope. That's backwards. The button that turns on the headlights on the Switch turns off the engine on Steam Deck. Gotta remember that. It's logic. Well, that unfortunately makes sense. Also, Nico may need a small refresher in how babies are made, but I am not taking responsibility for that. The answer is that they are crafted in a lab by mixing 3 different chemicals together. And I'm not telling you which chemicals because that's a trade secret. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Nico. So you're just going to have to live with never knowing. I'm just going to assume that a brain wipe happened after having 2 kids. Although I could totally understand how having 2 kids would be enough to cause a brain wipe. There's a fun sign. Oh. Holtlin. The Holtlin Motel. Wow, is that actually an original asset used on some official map somewhere? Holtlin seems like a weird name for that. Something about Greek yogurt. Huh? Yeah, I love Greek yogurt. Do not make me pull this stream over. Oh, I'm disregarding the arrows. Oh god. Oh no. I'm gonna get in so much trouble with the boss. I don't think I've actually driven into this yard before. I just grabbed the 2s over there. Cargo management. Ooh, hey, there's the big boiler. Oh, the big boiler just comes... Oh. This is just a 4-slot, so the big boiler wouldn't fit on here anyway. There's an oversized cargo. I want... What? Crap, I don't have the crane on this. Okay. Yet again, change of plans. I'm only going to take the 1. I need to come back with a truck with the cargo crane on it. Then I can carry 2 at once. Let's go super wide here because we got a long chassis and a long trailer. Oh, there we go. Easy peasy. F those arrows. That's exactly what I was thinking. Except I was thinking it with just one big letter F rather than kind of onomatopoeia spelling there. Or if you wanted to use 3 Fs, that would probably work well also. But EFF looks like you got a broken F at the front or something. I don't know. This is a really easy drive, so I'm just kind of entertaining myself as I go. Good luck to you all. Oh, hey, exciting news, as long as I got time to kill here. I have my first confirmation letter from the unemployment office today. Supposedly, this week is the first week that I would actually potentially get paid for. So I think they may have finally processed my request from my waiting week last week. Mail hasn't been delivered yet, so I gotta... I guess right after I'm done streaming here, I may have to take a hike down to the mailbox to see if it has arrived. I do know that there are still 1 or 2 steps that I must complete before I can actually get paid that also actually relied on me having confirmation of a properly opened account, so We'll see what a train wreck this turns into. If I get really lucky, I'll have a new job before unemployment can actually kick in. That would be nice. Possible triple pay. Yeah, that's my life goal, to get triple paid in September. Okay, we've seen this scene. Let's just go. But first, you gotta turn on the beacons. Gotta be safe. We're looking over there. Hey, stream quality's actually been pretty decent. Oh, it's the real life challenge. I had to call Xfinity today. Well, I should have called. I chose to do the internet chat instead, and honestly, I'm glad I did. Our promotional rate on internet service, I think I had a 2-year contract at a really good rate, but it is about to end, and our rate is about to slightly more than double. Not our speed, just the amount that they want us to pay for it. So I need to play the game where you got to go promo shopping with them. And I've been looking online for the last week or two, but you know, I used to work for a company that provided billing services to Comcast, among many, many other cable companies. So I've got a decent idea of kind of how to work the system to get, quote unquote, the best possible promo. But I couldn't track anything down. It was getting frustrating, so I finally decided, I guess I'm going to have to talk with an agent in some capacity. So I broke down today because my project is situated and the review has been opened. I could make changes if I want, but for all intents and purposes, it's out of my hands. All I have to do is wait until tomorrow. I decided, screw it, I'm going to bite the bullet. Let's dial up Xfinity and see what they've got to say. So I spent 45 minutes in this chat, which was great because, you know, I could check email, watch cat videos, do whatever else while I needed to, and I wasn't stuck on the phone forcing some poor overseas agent listen to my derision as they were forced to go through all of their god-awful scripted questions. But we finally reached the point where I get one more billing cycle that technically... I'm unclear on whether it's based on a calendar month or if it actually starts on the 3rd of the month, because that's when I get my email telling me my bill is ready, or if it actually starts on the day that the bill gets auto-paid, which is the 22nd. But going on the theory that it's the 22nd, I get one more month at the good promo rate, and then after that, it's going to skyrocket on me. But until that payment has been made, I am effectively locked out of promos. That's why I haven't been able to find one. And surprisingly, even the agent couldn't access any promos to put me on, which I believe, having worked in the industry, is a flat-out lie. But that was the claim, that I am still under contract with my initial promotion. I have worked on a ton of code that is designed to allow you to upgrade when you're still under contract and then just restart the contract. You just can't downgrade or cancel service, but okay, yeah, whatever. At least I know that I'm good to the middle of September on our current rate. So, about this time... Oh, hey, see, there's the Dan with a giant fuel trailer. So about this time next week, I get to go back, and hopefully I'll be able to skip the whole agent part. I will just be able to access the promotions on my own, going through the website and going through the, you know, I threatened to quit and all that other nonsense in order to get the good promos. And I want to get that off my plate before I can start looking at the risk of perhaps actually not getting a job in the next couple of weeks and needing to do a little more austerity. So far, we've been working on kind of easing our way down to it. Yeah, no crazy budget cuts, but definitely immediately cutting out some of the, we'll call them extravagances. Like the trip to Seattle that got downgraded from 4 nights in a really fancy Airbnb to 3 nights at the Comfort Inn. Which worked out great anyway. we spent not a whole lot of time there anyway, except for Mrs. Jedi having to work on her school stuff, which is how she's gone to hotels for the last 2 years. But yeah, most of the rest of the time we weren't at the place we were staying anyway, so it really didn't matter. theory, that could play into a Nico visit in Seattle in a couple of weeks, if you're still doing everything. 3 nights for Sandwich. We only got to spend we spent 1 night with Sandwich, and we spent 1 full day with the friends of ours who were there visiting their family members. I'm trying to find the best way to word this that stops confusing which people came from where. These friends that we were visiting are most recently living in Ohio. My sympathies to them. One of them has family in the Seattle area. They were there to visit him. So we went up to visit them for a full day. And so Sandwich got Friday, and one of Mrs. Jedi's other friends in the area who's going through a rough time right now, we ended up giving her Sunday morning, and then we gave Dan all of Sunday evening. Let's see, there is one delivered. I kind of want a faster truck. So let me go ahead and bring this trailer back to the garage, and then I'm gonna go drop a couple $100,000 on a new truck. How's that sound? Do I have a couple $100,000? It doesn't show my cash on the screen. I'm gonna go see if I've got a couple $100,000, and we're gonna go get a faster truck, one that has a loading crane on it, so I can bring the remaining 2 oversized cargo hauls in one go. Look, there is a little bit of dirt out here instead of up there. 3 nights sandwich, yeah, okay, that's what we got. You're contemplating it. And stay in the hallway with the Rocky Cam. Nah, I'm pretty sure Sandwich will forbid you from that. Because your face is banned, remember? Yep. If you decide you're crazy and you're going to do the drive, Seattle and back, let us know, and we could visit you as you come through town, both directions. If you're flying in up there, then we'll see. I don't really know what Mrs. Jedi's plan around all of this is. I do know that she was crestfallen that we did not get the opportunity to go to the Pike Market. Normally, that's obviously one of the things that has to happen with any Seattle trip, but we didn't even come close, really, to the downtown core for the first time, which I found to be kind of refreshing, because normally that's the one thing that we always do. And damn it, I just talked. Okay, I talked through my first turn, so luckily there's a second turn option here. I was almost about to take the slow road, which would be okay if I was only going to do it one more time, but because I don't have a crane, I'd have to do it twice, and that's for losers. There you go. There's the Nico face. Yeah. The Pike Place Market with the throwing fish and the Starbucks #1. Can I just cut right through here? Yeah, I can. Screw this fence. It's my fence. It's coming down. Let's detach you there. Turn hard enough to clear the non-crushable trees. No, because of course you can't. I'm gonna park you slightly off to the side here. Parking brake. Stop engine. Who do we have? Where are you? You're oh. Wow, that truck is trashed. Oh my god, it even looks like it's a complete nightmare. You are disgusting, just sitting there in my yard, being terrible. So you are so disgusting. I'm gonna sell you. I got 163K. Can I buy? I cannot buy my Taiga here because this counts as North American, I believe. So I do not have access to the Russian trucks. Don't really need. Oh no! Wait, I gave myself access to the Russian trucks because it's a new game plus. I'm giving myself some fireworks for that. Okay, so, but now comes the challenge. I got to figure out where did they put that in here? The Vorons aren't bad, actually. As of no, the Sprinter can suck it. Oh, there we go. Oh, here's the Taiga. Hey! Crap, that's right. You have to find that one. For Rock and Stone! Okay, well, I can't use my Taiga. For Carl! Carl's not here, so I don't have access to the truck I want, so instead... let's try a truck that I just haven't gotten to use in a while. I do love this one. This is the... Uh-oh! Sign request! Time to get ready for work. I am telling Sandwich. Boom, red. Thank you very much, Nico. Bringing some style and class to the stream. Me and my ratty old green shirt are now nicely complemented by the red sign. Yeah. Oh, you got the work out of the way? I just stopped working. It's working out great for me. I'm a little low on cash. Do I really? Should I? Yes. You know what? Yes, I should. Because I love this truck. It's so pretty. It looks like a European fire truck. And that's what makes it the best. Okay, it's a... oh, good. I can't... oh, good. All of these that I can't actually spend money on. I don't need upgraded tires at the moment. I'm buying them anyway. Because you're not my mom. I shouldn't need the upgraded winch right now because it's just pavement almost the entire way back and forth. But I'm taking it. I get the spare wheel for free. I'm definitely taking the snorkel because I'm gonna do something dumb and put this underwater at some point. It's just what I do. I need the loading crane because I keep talking about that, and I need the low saddle because we're hauling a trailer, baby. Oh no, wait! I forgot the important part. Well, there's a couple of important parts. First up, we got to make sure I get... yes, I get beacons by default. Okay, that's good. No. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Oh, that's got lots of lights. We want lots of light bulbs. Oh, that's right. I get the free horn. And on this model, it puts them on top. Oh, that was worth every last penny of free. Oh God, I love that. That's so much better than I even thought it could be. Twin horns. It's only $200. Screw it, we're getting the twin horns. That looks good. I want... that one just looks pretty. I want that. I'm going to keep this truck around, so I may as well spend a little bit of cash on it. DLC paint jobs. That one's Russian. We don't like that. What is that? It doesn't exactly look like a bull, but I think it's close enough. We're going with that. There we go. Pretty and fun. Headlights on. Beacons on for safety. Horn to let everyone know we're going. And we're off and rolling. Let's see. I bring style, not class. Okay, that is fair. Thanks for the dropping in, Streamlabs. I really could turn that over. The chat bot that I'm busy using down there for the greetings and the occasional check-in, the code that it was based on actually did almost that exact same thing. The message that they had was scheduled every once in a while to pop up and say, "Hey, everybody, get up and stretch." But you know, I'm not getting up and stretching because I got stuff like on my lap and balanced around me. I really can't afford to do that. It's dangerous. So I changed it up first thing to be the, "Hey, thanks for checking me out. Please follow. Don't be a jerk," or whatever it says. And then expanded it from there to do all these other functions. I got a couple more coming. I'm the weirdo that wants to work third shift. Yes, we have that well established. It makes Sandwich so angry every time you go to work, too. Do you get, like, free snacks or something for working third shift? Or is it just because you get the better opportunity to meet the really crazy people coming into a hospital during those hours? Okay, we got lots of bonus turn space available to us there. Yeah, this is going to work better. This is also not the fastest truck in the world, but it's definitely faster than the Mastodon was there. It's a Party Zix, but the Party Zix ain't in a hurry anymore. You get a sleep disorder for working through... Well, yeah, I would think so. Only if you try to do anything that's not on the third shift. I ever worked third shift? No, I think the closest I've ever come is in school. I worked at a couple of different Subways, and at one of them I worked closing shift. That kind of depending on it was one of those that was locally owned. So depending on the owner's whim, sometimes that was midnight, sometimes it was 1 a.m. But then, I would be alone from whenever we stopped. It was back in the days when Subway actually had its own delivery drivers. So I think deliveries got shut down at either 9 or 10, and as soon as that delivery driver signed off, boom, they were out. So then I would work from 9 or 10 until midnight or 1 alone, and inevitably the delivery driver was supposed to get most of the day's dishes cleaned before they left. But it was always super convenient how they would end up on deliveries right up until that 9 or 10 o'clock, and so then they would check out and go. So I would close the store down at midnight or 1, and then there was one day in particular where literally no one had done a single dish all day long. So I had to clean everything in the back, and I was there until about 4 a.m. And I got called to the manager's desk the next day when they were going over all of the timesheets, and I was heavily queried about why I was wasting, 3 or 4 extra hours of the company's time, not leaving until 4 in the morning, and then I got to explain and throw literally everyone in the store under the bus for doing nothing to help me that day. It was cathartic, and I got paid. I didn't get paid overtime for any of that, but I got paid for all of those hours at least. And then there's my last job, which ended with 6 weeks of 50 and 60 week hours for no extra pay or consideration. And there was that one contract where I put in 100-hour weeks for almost 2 months. But I'm not bitter. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to whisper. I said I was totally bitter. Yeah, not as fast as I was hoping, but faster than I was. Extra long vacation with no job to come back to. Well, that's what I'm... I don't know about the extra long, but a vacation with no job to come back to is kind of where I am right now. Tried graveyard shit at 7-Eleven, lasted 1 week. Right out of high school, my mom knew a guy who I guess owned... I don't know, we'll call it like a soda fountain in downtown Colorado Springs. It's been so long, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was kind of a place. You had a big long bar and you could go in, and they didn't serve alcohol, but it was lots of ice cream floats and ice cream sundaes and soda pops and root beers, and I think, yeah, they did kind of normal diner brunchy kind of food. It was a weird place. It must be one of those that was founded in the 30s or 40s and just kept going and is probably out of business by now. But because of my contact through my mom, I got a job as a dishwasher there. So I showed up on my first day, and I will swear until my dying day, Axl Rose was the current senior dishwasher down there. He gave me a 30-minute rundown of how the system there works, and then he left for the rest of the entire day. So it was me in the back by myself with enough instruction on how to run the dishwashing machine and some general strategy guide about how to get it loaded so that it didn't shatter all of the pretty fake crystal glasses that they served the ice cream in. but not knowing anything else about how anything else was supposed to work or where things were supposed to go. And I had waitresses that would come back in and were literally screaming at me because whatever the thing wasn't in whatever the place was back up in the front of house, which I had not even the instruction that I was the one who was supposed to take stuff back out front, but much less where it was supposed to go or anything out there. So I kept my chin up and I smiled for the entire rest of the day, and then the owner and I waved as I walked out the front door, and my mom picked me up out front because it was my first day of, I'm pretty sure that was my first job ever, and I almost cried the entire way home, and I did not ever go back. I did not let them know I was coming back. I just ghosted them long before ghosting a company was really a thing. So I feel like I was a trendsetter. And that's my story. Axel Rose axed the rest of his workday and rose to the occasion to take advantage of a new hire. You know what? I'm going to let that one go, Nico. I actually have an appreciation for the terrible punnage there. That one I'm going to allow to stand. In fact, we should probably clip that and then just share it with Sandwich to see how sick to his stomach I can make him. Yeah, that was a terrible job. So then later on, not long from then, all on my own, I got a job at Santa's Workshop. So screw all of you with your terrible jobs. So now anytime you get to the... I think it's both the opening and closing credits on National Lampoon's Vacation, they actually have like a postcard snapshot of the big North Pole sign that's right there at the base of Pikes Peak. I've stood on top of that sign to count license plates in the parking lot for statistical analysis by the company. And this is back in the 80s. You know, when you'd be hard-pressed to get a computer to actually do any kind of analysis. But they kept track of how many people came from out of state, and in Colorado at least, the county you get your plates from has its own special letter code system. So you could tell where in Colorado someone is from. I think not all, but a lot of states do that. I'm not positive about Oregon here. That seems a little weird and scattershot about. The couple of plates that we've gotten don't really seem to have rhyme or reason to them, but I know Colorado did. Nebraska did not. I think Nebraska just rolled dice to see what your plate was going to be. Keep pulling this hill, baby. There you go. Horn makes it better. You know what? I am so happy to be here. I'm going to follow the arrows this time, just to be a contrarian with my prior self. I love those bullhorns up on top of the truck here. Who needs those hanging off the front grill when you can slap them right up on top, which I suppose is more anatomically correct. I don't want my truck to be any more anatomically correct than that, though. Okay, swing it around. Get them 8 wheels turning, at least 4 of them. Oh, hey, we made it. Set the brake, because we want to be safe. I don't need that button. I need this button. Oversized cargo. Going to the loading platform. Yes, thank you. And one on the trailer. Also, yes, thank you. Now, if you haven't seen it, I put it up at least on Sandwich's Discord. When the truck showed up to deliver the shingles for our roof, well, not a big fancy European fire truck like this, but kind of your more standard 2-slot flatbed truck showed up. It had the full anchor system and a big red crane like this blue one, except it put this blue one to shame. This crane was giant. They had to put out a way better crane than this puny little thing here has. Oh no, I wanted to activate anchor. There it is. Those tiny little anchor struts. This thing, it was massive. Because just the weight of this crane alone would have been plenty for toppling their truck. It was awesome. So I got some still shots and I got some video of it running. So I do have some pictures out and about. Is that You know what? That's almost balanced enough. I'd like to get it just up on the gooseneck, though. Can we do that? There we go. That's what I want. Guaranteed OSHA safe. Oh, I do need to retract the anchor, though. There we go. Okay. And we're off. Yep, nothing bad can happen with this configuration. We're fine. Everyone about your business. Toot. Something very slightly could, in theory, I guess, happen. So let's line this up just a little bit more. Stop rocking. Stop rocking. Stop rocking. There we go. That's good enough. Okay. It probably won't go anywhere. And unless you're in multiplayer... nope, no one has joined. Unless you're in multiplayer, there is no other moving traffic, so we'll be fine here. If we have to go between two trees, though, then we're a little screwed. I'm going to have to make some adjustments to account for that. The awful pun has been shared in Sandwich Discord. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, he'll really appreciate that. Not only will he appreciate your pun, but he will super appreciate my appreciation for your pun, because he loves it when we team up to make his life miserable that way. But that's okay. As long as Rocky Cam continues to be a thing, he can be as grousey as he likes about it. I'm fine with that. You think he deleted it already? That would be funny. Please let that be true. Oh, that would be so funny. The other thing I've noticed is you need to get your Twitch account hooked up to your Discord server, Nico, so that it will auto-import all of your emotes, and then you can spam Sandwich's Discord with your face as well and see how quickly he'll ban you there too. That'll be good. Put it in the Twitch squad, and it isn't there anymore. Well, you didn't even spam his main page, but put it in Twitch squad where it's supposed to go, and still got manual modded. Oh, that is so funny. It's because I said something. I'm sorry, Nico. Hey, Jedi Greeter, on the lookout. See, it's trying to take Stream Elements' job there. And also, it is not telling me to get up and stretch, because that's just rude, and no one likes that. But it is letting me know that it hasn't crapped out. Fortunately, I started firing that one up about 30 minutes early, rather than my normal 5 minutes early. And it went back to that weird thing where every once in a while Twitch decides, you know the authorization that you've got set up on this thing? That nowhere do we actually say that there's a limit before, it gets expired? Yeah, screw that. I guess it's expired, or whatever. So, you can't log in. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Wait, ooh, what did that just do? It made it pop. Oh, it's because I detached the trailer. That was an accident. Hang on. First, I need to get started. I'm doing everything out of order, and it's messing with me. This is what I need. There we go. Just to get you hooked up. Break off. Oh, no, wait. Beacon's on for safety. We're off, everybody. We're going. I was going to say I never got a notification, so it immediately banned. I could almost see that. Sandwich just has the word Nico on the auto ban list in Discord as well as Ugly Creep on Twitch. That would be great. Oh, okay, you're pushing it. You put it in general. Jason Bowman is playing 7 Days to Die. I don't think he's actually streaming, though. Let's see. Let's see, on my Discord. Okay, I'm going to set the break. Hang on, we're taking a small timeout. Okay, my Discord finally got around to posting the notice that I'm running. Hey, thanks. That didn't take forever. Twitch squad is empty. And on the general channel, all I see is my commentary about... after Sandwich's last escapade, my YouTube front page is just nothing but exploding whales now. It's It's frightening how many whales have exploded, but I haven't seen any others that were loaded with dynamite. Oh, that was a really strong sign. That one was a moderately strong sign. Now I'm all diagonal. I guess I'll just have to make do. So, yep. It is definitely gone. The sandwich is now watching. You'll just have to go to the internet, Nico, and post it there. And then everyone can see. Toot. Okay, well that's running. Let me go see. I got another. Ooh, here's a horn. Ooh, hey, that is a super quiet horn. Let's make that volume just a little bit bigger. Try this one. That's weird, but better. That's a boat having a bit of a hissy fit. Oh yeah, there's my walkie-talkie, so I can do radio transmissions later. There's a truck sound. This is another one of those that does the truck drive-by. I don't like those as much. Oh, well, this one at least got closer. Okay, that was loud. That's a much better horn, though. I like that. I'm waiting to see if it comes through on my monitor machine here. Okay, it's not as loud over there on the monitor machine, which is fortunate. Oh, that one's kind of fun. I like that one. Oh, okay, we have something slightly narrow coming up. Yeah, see, now that's a horn that I built out of this game here, as a matter of fact. I made sure to get the ignition and a little bit of, acceleration and the braking and the horn all in the same sound clip. See? Now that's a good one right there. I'm gonna squeeze. Kind of almost. It's close, but we fit. We fit. Everything's fine here, everybody. They don't want the actual cargo container. They want what's inside the container. So, a few bumps and scrapes and bruises on the container itself. They won't mind that. So yeah, I've got You're Dead and $2 hooked up on my own chatbot for making sounds. I'm gonna move these truck sounds over next because they actually take more space than anything else out there on Triggerfire. But I want to get the play a random one out of this group functionality working. I gotta noodle a little bit over how I want that one to work. That would almost actually work really well as one of these interview projects. I need to tell people that I'm hiring for a job and start handing out some of my sub projects for them to do on my behalf, and then tell them afterwards, sorry, we decided to go with somebody else. That sounds ethical, right? And then just get them to do my work that way. Get them to do a real job for me that way? You hear stories every so often about some guy in software development who hires an offshore development team to actually literally do his work for him. So then, and I say him because you know it's a guy that's going to do this, right? And then just kind of uses his time to massage the work that they provide back to him a little bit so that it looks a little bit more like maybe he actually wrote it, or at the bare minimum at least reads it himself before turning it in as complete. I should look into that. That seems like a pretty good way to go about things. Totally legit. 100% ethics. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of liked working on that interview project. It reminded me a lot of my former companies. I'm just gonna love saying that. That's a nice phrase. Code competitions that we would do every once in a while. Looking back on it, I don't think we actually did as many as my brain wants to think that we did. It may have only been 3 in 9 years there, but it feels like more. I think we talked about doing company-specific rather than contract-specific stuff a lot more than that, but I think we may have only had 3 actual code competitions. But they were usually something kind of fun to work on. I think one got a little weird and esoteric, and I didn't care about it. I just kind of did it because we got the day off from our regular job if we did it, but some of the others were fun. And this working on a battleship kind of fits in there. Oh god, we're getting so close. The little drop-off arrow's just right over there. And luckily I've got a truck that doesn't care that this is a little light dirt. It's going to keep trucking along. Accidental pun, but I will stand by it. I would say I can't believe I've spent an hour just getting this one task done, but I did waste more time than I really probably should have trying to get that Ford to swim. It's not going to happen. And then I spent a lot of time yakking. That definitely cuts into our time, especially when I start looking up extra sound effects and checking Discord to see how proactive Sandwich is being on his. But at least I'm actually going to get this racetrack revived. This is at least 3 sessions after I first got the mission and thought, oh, hey, I should do this next. It's finally been next. Yeah, once this is open, then I've got the contests available for doing drag racing, but there's a bunch of junk in the racetrack there that you have to do some mission to get cleaned up. And then there's the big junk out in the main oval. So there's I don't know if this cleans that up or not. I guess we're about to find out. So there's one delivered. There's no way that this is going to let me pack from up here, but I'm going to try. No. Totally worth the effort, though. You never know. It could have played out. I think what I need is to get this to drop off of the gooseneck in order to be packable. Let's see. No, I don't see any of the red boxes up there yet, so... will it actually pivot? Oh, it will pivot. Okay. Nope. Back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, it's sitting flat. No red boxes, though. Eh, it was worth a try. So, I think it is now let go. Yes, it has. Step 1. No, I don't necessarily want to turn it sideways. I may be about to do that anyway. Oh, there you go. Screw it then. You're going sideways. How you like that? Crap, I can't reach it. I was going to try to just bash it with the crane there, turn it diagonal just a little bit until it was good enough and it might recognize it, but no, it's straight across in the middle. It's impossible to pack. It is totally impossible. Let me raise this before I start driving any. Reel that back in. Okay. We're actually going to be ever so gently responsible about this then. Oh. You know what? Screw responsible. We're going to do it this actually surprisingly effective way. I'm right up against the edge of the trailer. I probably won't flip over when I try doing this. You never know. Actually, you know what? Let's get this to slide back just a little bit. Keep going. Keep sliding. Well, in lieu of sliding, what happens then? I start doing the backup thing again right now. It's not quite as happy with that, but this should make it easier to at least just get it spun. And then I can set it right there in place where it needs to go. Okay, there I got my camera angle down a little bit. Set that right into place. Oh my god, look how gorgeous. Yeah, it's close enough. Let's get lined back up here again. Oh, nope, stop jumping. Just do an attach. Do a pack, there we go. Cargo management. I'm getting ready with a fireworks button. Kaboom! Great job getting the drag strip and track cleared. Oh, that did clear them. On to the next job. Okay, let's go take a quick look then. Oh, not the worst turn radius in SnowRunner, but definitely one of the not good ones. But I still made it. There we go. The drag strip is cleared. I guarantee you this truck will not be able to satisfy whatever the terms of that contest are. There's no way it's going to beat any time down to the other end of the strip there. But access to this, the gate across the entrance is now cleared. I can charge out onto the track and even the infield. Let's go for a putter here. So yeah, my friend It's Miller Time. He's the one that was actually doing this mod map first. This is where I spotted this at and decided to try it too. He got to this point, found this contest over here, and then he went back and in season 7, the racing season, they gave you the Gore by 4, which is kind of a glorified dune buggy. It's supposedly designed for racing. It is not very good at it. This is still SnowRunner after all. But he bought 4 of them in his shop, and then he colored them all different colors. Lay down your best time, 27 seconds to complete a lap. No, that's not happening with this truck. But he colored them all up, and then he loaded them up on a long, like 8-slot trailer so he could cart them all at once. Drove them all over here, loaded them out, lined them up, and then last time I checked in on him, he was trying to get 3 friends to all join him in multiplayer so they could actually have a 4-player race together. That would have been fun and entertaining to try. But I don't think he quite got that far. And now he is working... Actually, he's working his way through Season 10 right now. Last time I saw fireworks, Sandwich's computer broke. That's true. That is, well, for him, painfully true. Because and it broke good, too. I'm going to go take a quick peek just in case there's a task or something sitting here in the infield. You know, down here by air traffic control. And assuming not, then I am going to head back to the garage with this trailer. Drag the trailer out of the bush. I want to absolutely swear that I have already done that one. I thought King Ninja actually, I thought, did that one already. Maybe he just dragged the trailer somewhere and I've lost track of it? Ooh, hey, we opened up access to a new thing. The old tuning shop. Shop needs a little TLC. Would you mind making a few more runs for us? There's no immediate reward. Yeah. No reward beyond XP and cash, which is nice, but no extra shop access or anything. So I'll activate it. And there's I know a shortcut. So wait, where's... Wait, is in the drink the... Nope, that's the other map. Where's the one that I just had activated? Is it this one? Nope, now I've totally lost track. Oh well. I guess the answer there is screw it, not gonna worry about it. Back to the garage we go. Let's go. Once I get there, then I will decide what to work on next. I have a suspicion, actually. Where's the little scout and trailer combo that need rescuing? Yeah, no, not them. I know a shortcut. That's it. That's got these two over here. A strong scout or something maybe with a flatbed that I could load one of the two on to pack down and then tow the other one? You know, I've got a truck with fuel in it, and I've got a 4-slot ramped trailer designed for kind of exactly this sort of thing. Maybe I just go ahead and go with what I got here. I don't know how well we're going to pull this hill, but we're going to give it a try. Now I know I came down the hill with, you know, some vehicle or another. Let's see if this one will go that way. Do I have... I don't have my own extra fuel. If I really need it, though, I can sprint over here with the Resvani to put extra diesel in the tank. That'll be good enough. Actually, might be kind of fun if I can get both the Yar and the trailer packed on here. I've had the hardest time, mainly on the Switch, getting the packing vehicles and trailers to actually work correctly. You know, King Ninja, his go-to move is he will load one of the little scout trailers on the tongue of his towing trailer. I think technically it even fits on this little gooseneck, but it's easier on the wider ones like the step deck. But he will set it up on there, and it will let you actually pack it in place, so you don't have to waste any crane time getting it there, and it doesn't have to stay balanced on its own. You have to basically turn the trailer sideways before it falls off. And I love that as a combo move, but on the Switch, it is super finicky about when it will pack trailers. I believe here in the Windows version, officially this is actually running Linux, and it's got a translation layer to run a Windows version, but if there's a native Linux version of the game, it will play that instead. I don't know which way it does it here for SnowRunner, but it's definitely not running the Switch version. I have found it is much easier to pack that non-cargo stuff, so one of these days I might remember to look into it, but that day is not today. Today we're just going to take a fuel gamble with very minimal penalty for failing that gamble, and that's fine too. Everything's fine here. We're all fine. How are you? That's a nice view. I'm not going so fast that I have to worry about flying off the road or into a tree or anything. I can actually just watch the scenery go by. Where I am turning off of this main dirt road, it's one of the few areas that I believe actually has a glitch in the map. There is some impassable and also invisible stuff. I complain about the invisible routes that are always blocking everything on the British Columbia map, Season 10. But at least they actually do exist there, and they are visible if you really know where to look, and sometimes you kind of have to dig through the mud to find them. But this one, I don't know what's going on in this one spot. I think they've got a couple of collision meshes that don't quite line up right, so there's some overlap. So it causes an invisible, impassable section. So there's going to be some challenge here. Ah, there you go. It's TK1138. Which is also the combination to my luggage, which it would be if I had a combo lock. In the era of modern TSA, though, we have a TSA openable padlock for our luggage, which is just sad and isn't going to stop anybody, but it's a beautiful visual pretend deterrent, so I guess that's good enough. Okay, we're making this hard turn right there in the little dip between the little rocks and the bigger rocks. Actually, I guess that doesn't really narrow it down. But yeah, right through this little stretch. Hey, look at that! I'm stuck on something invisible again. Who knew? But I was willing to give you a gamble, rocking with the eight wheels here, but nope. Still something invisible right there. So we need to do a little off-roading over here. Hopefully we won't turn sideways, but it is a distinct gamble. This tree is mostly crushable, but it does risk flips. There we go. With any luck, that would be the big challenge on this stretch. Well, now we're trying to do a hill climb in the rocks with a trailer. Unloaded, but still a trailer. Keep pivoting. Do just a little winching there, just to help it out a skosh. This is still not an easy drive, but there's only that one spot I'm aware of that has a flat-out glitch in it. The rest of this is just getting high-centered on one rock after another. But at least you can see where they are. Doesn't mean this rig is going to honor your request to turn, but at least you can see where the rocks are. This actually isn't going too badly here. This will be a little more batter once there's some weight on that trailer, though. Plus the real challenge, I decided I'm just going to go up and over this hill that has the trees on it and hope that there's a wide enough spot to fit this whole rig through. But that's what SnowRunner is. It's the fun of just going for it and seeing what's there. Unless you're playing in hard mode, you really don't want to take the risk on flipping yourself sideways, because flips are expensive in hard mode. They're just something you can laugh off here in normal and certain New Game Plus modes. I definitely gave myself free recoveries. Okay, we are up the main hill climb. I'm going to trust that I meant to turn here. Target. To go around the hill, I would need to have stayed straight. But here, this lines me up to just go walkabout. So far, the tree path looks moderately passable. Especially these small trees that knew what they were getting into when they chose to grow here. They knew that someday a full-size rig would come through and demand their deaths. Okay, I'm pushing it just a little bit with the sidewaysness here. Get pointed a little steeper uphill. This thing will climb hills, so I feel a little better about that. There we go. You get up here. Yeah, that's what I ran into. I think it was the res that just didn't have enough strength to pull this Yar out of the muck that it's stuck in. So I am about to get mucky. Yeah, there we go. Throw this in reverse. Winch at the same. Oh no, maybe I'm not going to get quite as mucky as I thought. I'm in full reverse, and it's actually pulling me into the water. Okay, well, this explains why the res had such a hard time.
Bring out, kiddo!
Yeah, that seems what's going on here. Wow. Okay, so that Yar was in place. This Yar lives here. I may have to punch through to the other side and try dragging it. Oh no, I've left a bunch of exclamation points behind. I may also need to come back here and See what I can do about pulling myself. Oh, it doesn't have a winch point all the way in the back. Oh, that's a little more of a challenge. That's okay. I see a nice hefty stump over there. Let me change view real quick. I'm not winching and I'm not giving it gas, but I'm still backing up. I'm a little frightened about what's going on here. Okay, we're going to leave that right there. We're going to try to leave that right there. There it goes. We are going to drop this into a deep muck hole right face up against a rock, so I can't get out. That was a good choice. Ooh, doggy. Yeah, that was a little deeper and more waterier than I had kind of counted on. Good for it. Okay, let's back up. And now let's see if we can go forward. Wow, even here, wow, it really doesn't... Officially speaking, I'm going to call this watering hole a little on the glitchy side. Just based on the standard map development practice that they use on the formal maps. There is something going on in here that is non-standard when trying to pull my way out. I'm here for it, though. This is a challenge. I'm digging on that. This is definitely not something I would expect to see in a base map. Because with that wheel already all the way out of the water, I would fully expect it to be able to pull the rest of the way out. Let's see, is that enough of a tree? I don't think so, but we're going to try it. Nope, that tree went poorly. Okay, we're winching from the rear. I could at least still see it under the water there. But yeah, I am quite distinctly hung up on something that I don't know whether it actually exists or not. I think that tree bent just attaching the winch. Yeah, damn it. Don't want to go forward. Oh, okay, this is going to be a gamble here. I'm going to try winching off of my own trailer. Yeah, that's probably not going exactly the way I wanted it to. It would be nice if I could get it to actually reattach, then I could winch off the back of it. But I don't think that's how it's going to work. I wonder... I'm almost positive that these are going to be... Well, no, that seems like a solid point. It's not... Ooh, wow. That let go with a vengeance. About something from over here. This tree looks like it has a tiny bit of gumption. Nope. Its gumption has been displaced. What if I try winching backwards? Oh, maybe I can get the back end to swing around that way. Let me get my tires moved. Throw it in reverse. That one started doing a thing. Oh, it started doing. Well, I thought it uprooted, but no, there's still something over there. Keep holding on. Got the front to pivot a little bit. Let me try side body winch instead. Give me a different angle to pull at. Okay, at least I get that it's not going backwards. Because there is definitely a big rock sitting above rear fender level there. This is a deceptively dangerous watering hole. So I think what it's done is placed an equally impassable rock right in front of me. So it's not actually drawing it. You know, the nose is hitting the ground just a little bit. But normally it has to be fully obscured before that actually blocks you from driving, and usually you can winch right up it. This one is full-on messing with Sasquatch. The other option that I've got to play with here... Let's swing this around. Oops. Nope, let me get it down a little lower. There we go. Oh, whoa! That helped. Now let's try winching against that solid tree with the side body. There's my cursor, eventually. Give it a pull. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Steer into the skid. Oh, yes, that was definitely something invisible right there. I am the champion. That should have been a task there all by itself. Whew, I feel accomplished now. Now the hard part, the hard part is figuring out how do I get around this tree without rolling it. That's gonna be how I end this. There it is. So loud. Hey! Only two. Okay, so this is how we deal with accidentally, potentially rolling ourselves. Is we actually back down this hill. Oh, I'm a little worried about getting too close to this dude, but we're gonna see what's what. Okay, there we go. If I would stop sliding, and if the cursor would actually show up on screen. There we go. Boom! Gotcha. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Let's give it a low gear here. What I don't know is, am I stuck because I got a lot of wheels in the water, or am I stuck because that yard does not want to come out? Probably a little bit of both, but definitely the because I'm stuck part. Stupid auto winch. Stop winching to the same broken thing every time. Winch to a new broken thing every time. No, take off the brake. Do a pull. Bad things happened to that tree, but I was able to get free first, so... Oh, okay, good. I can still get to the front bumper. Like so. Alright, come on up, Yar. I don't care if you turn on your side. But I do need you to come out of the damn water. What's the matter with you? I got you to move a little bit. Need some of that unobtainium from Avatar to float this thing out of here with. Because it is not coming on its own. Okay, I'm throwing out the anchor. Everybody stand by. This is about to happen. How do I make it go up? No, that's making it go down. Oh, geez. That just snapped real good. It's not what we wanted to have happen. I want it to actually go upward. Oh, I know exactly what happened. At some point, this thing glitched a wheel inside the rock. Just use dynamite. I learned my lesson from that whale. I know exactly. And if it doesn't work, use more dynamite. That's how you get through this. No, I know exactly what's happened. I had this happen to cargo on me once. It glitched so that the front wheel of this Yar is now inside the rock. You can't pull a tire through a rock, so it is basically permanently stuck in that one spot. Yeah, I'm seeing now it's not even dropping those other wheels back down into the water because it can't get that tire to go up high enough. Okay, we're gonna put the crane away because it's really not gonna help at all at this point. What would be nice is if I could back the truck into the water and just give a try at pulling it away from that edge. Because I also had this problem in the glades with some of the farming trailers. Their little floppy wheels would sometimes get stuck underneath the pavement of the highways. So I'd bring out the giant truck with a giant crane and I would yank and then ram it to try to get it loose and eventually find that little glitch seam that would knock it loose. So in theory, I could maybe almost, if I got lucky, get it to pop loose, but I'm extra worried that this lake may be infinitely deep given how scary the little watering hole portion was. I'd also like to drive flat across there. I would like to not risk abandoning that poor red trailer over there if I can get away without it, but... Damn it, I'm stuck over here again. I even put mud tires in this truck. I'm a little disappointed in this truck. I'm going to be honest right now. It's normally not quite this ineffective at everything it's trying. I will bring the party Zix over here if I have to. Oh God, that is deep! Oh well, at this point, doesn't much matter. Oh, well, it's coming this way a little bit. Not a whole lot, but it's at least trying. Just trying to think about it. I honestly don't know if I'm going to get this thing back out this time. I think they built the slope on this lake a little steeper than the physics engine is really cool with handling. Oh, we're kind of getting there. Hey, we made it. There's no other value to this truck being over here. There's no other missions I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna poke around a couple more potential shots here. Eventually, I'm either gonna end up sideways or out of fuel. Either way, that's just about recovery time. do this, but... Okay, that's not a great position, but it's one that will kind of do for the moment. Oh, come on, get over there, get over there. 3,000 things to winch on. None of them actually any use. Oh, oop, oop, oop. Nope, don't actually do that. That's bad thinking all the way around. That's stinking thinking, mister. Ooh, this, however, this is better. That's the whole, it doesn't really have plans to honor your request to steer. So this is about the best I'm going to manage here. Get to pulling! Get to pulling! I think it forgot to actually stay connected. Yep, it definitely forgot to stay connected. And now it's not going to give me the... It's not going to give me the option to reconnect. It's going to strand me here in the mud because it is super mean. Oh boy, that's a... I needed that scratch for that. Okay, I see the X. We are connected to the bumper. Charge, low gear, let's go. Just flip it. Just flip it. I don't care if it's dangerous for it in the water. I don't care if it's damaging its transmission. Wow. Yep, that thing... Nope, wrong button. That one may be perma-glitched. I know a shortcut. There's the Yar. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to get to. Started tracking. This one doesn't give me the option to restart. That's the one other potentially saving grace I thought I might have, is that the contracts at least usually give you the option to just put everything back where it started and try again. If that was the case, it should teleport that Yar back to its starting point, which would hopefully not be underwater, or slightly submerged, but not glitched into the rock. So yeah, I have tried forward, sideways, and backwards. That dude ain't moving. It will be a permanent stain on my record if I am unable to reach 100% on this map, but I don't see that one like unglitching itself really, which is a shame. I'm kind of drifting sideways at a diagonal down this hill. I would probably rather not actually be doing that. I have also opted to learn a little bit from my mistakes, and I am going to attempt to pull this trailer over toward me first, rather than backing into that damn water hole again to try to get it reconnected. Just pop your way right underneath there. Just right underneath there. Don't even think twice about it. That's too far. That's not even gonna work. I shouldn't even pretend that was gonna connect. Nope. I keep setting the brake, but it keeps sliding way farther than that. There we go. Let me pull up here so I can... There, that's lined up much better. Yeah! I was ready with the attached trailer while it was still moving. Straighten out this connection just a little bit. Nope. I said straighten it out. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Why are you going straight, trailer? That's not how trailers work. I want to get the back end of that trailer over there, just in case. Oh, yeah, it's got too far to go. Okay, well, I'm going to have to admit defeat on that one, I am afraid, which is a damn shame, because it's actually the only other task I have open on this map. I got lots of contracts, but it was the only task that I had. It would have been nice to actually complete that. There's that trailer, the curtain side scout. That one needs to be delivered there, but as part of opening up the trailer store. Let me go take a look and see if I can find that one. Didn't quite make it. Oh, recover the lodestar. Okay, that one's on the other map. We don't want to do that one. Mountaintop, repair the helipad, backup power, quality of life, and the off-road expansion. No, it's interesting, but not what I was looking for. Sequoia, fuel tank, lumber mill. Is there another bridge out here? Oh, yeah, that's right. I never got to that one. Oops. I got admit, and then a nice diverse array of... Oh, admit defeat. Well, if I had to let Nico's pun stand, then I guess I have to let that one stand too. Drag the thing out. So where is said broken cat? Is the broken cat really on the other map? Okay, let's go take a look. Is the broken cat actually over here? There is a broken cat all the way over here. And there is this Paystar that's low on fuel sitting right next to it. I'm going to take a quick look here. Technically, I'm kind of at the end of my normal time, but I don't think anyone I know is actually streaming right now, so this is just my desire for dinner is pretty much going to be my real ending point. Ooh, I was trying to look through this a little faster while it was loading, but I forgot I'm not on the Switch, so it actually loads pretty quickly for a change. Ooh, the Raging Scots is playing some Euro Truck right now. Oh, are you serious? I've got one truck that can't pull that trailer. It's one of my favorite ones, too, because it's got the broken down cat on it. That in the Yukon missions, you deliver that trailer to a warehouse, and then they assemble it and then give you the completed truck. It's kind of cool. There is a logging thing, technically. Oh, this. Oh, wow, this truck is beaten bad. So I'm gonna recover it. I got it for free. No, wait, stop. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Do I not have a gearbox at all? Is that what's going on here? There, now it's got a gearbox. It had no suspension? What? I guess. It's got... Oh, it actually already had mud tires on it. We're going to go for the slightly better ones. It's got the good winch on it. That's nice. It's got the engageable. It's got a spare wheel. We always need a snorkel in this game. And I want the low saddle on this one. It's got fenders already. Yeah, I don't care about those. We definitely need some beacons. The cage. No, that one's a bigger beacon. We like that. We are going to recoup just a little bit of money here by taking those off and selling those. that's a nice grill that it comes with. We'll keep that. Everything I do now is getting horns. At least this one's a little more traditional look. We don't need cabin protection. Flap cat. No, those are all fine. That's good. Well, it's a little sad that there's no custom DLC paint job, but let me go with that one. I like the look of that one. That seems pretty good. So how do I get there? I am going to at least drive over and collect it right now. That may be where I go ahead and call it for the night. And then next week, since I will be prepped and ready for a mission, it will make it easier for me to remember and actually stick to one thing for a change. And then we will just drive this delivery together. Not like Nico. Nico! Oh, I do love me an international. That is a highly acceptable horn. I'm taking it. And I want to do... that's a fun little ramp. I should remember that. I want to wander off through the trees over here. I wanted to be closer to that blue thing so it registers it without me having to go to the map and clear it. Excellent. And engageable all-wheel drive so I can get out of the ditch. That gets another horn. Okay, let's go pick up our cargo. And hey, that gives Nico a couple of minutes to ignore his children's and any of their possible needs and just hop online. Or KDP, you know, you could take up streaming in the next few minutes. What do we have? Toot. Honk, toot, toot, honk, toot. There you go. That's loading them all up at once. No, do not connect the winch. Just wanted the all-wheel drive. Because apparently needs a little bit of hand-holding coming up that hill. The good news is we're not coming back this way with the trailer. Because I am not as excited by this truck as I was initially. But it's good for me. It builds character. Using one of my not normal trucks. Some of these missions and maps and things can get a little on the easy side with my favorite slightly overpowered trucks. This map definitely has some strangely steep angle stuff that the regular map developers don't use, but makes it a little challenging on some of these trucks that don't normally get to see stuff like this. You want me to stream the drive to work? Honestly, you could. It would be far more exciting if you drove recklessly and maybe occasionally just screamed. Kind of like the way I drive SnowRunner. You know the guy in the cab of this truck is just constantly wetting himself with the way that I'm steering for him. This truck really does not enjoy, driving. But we're making it happen. Now, I'm growing more and more worried that the little truck down there, sunk, may be suffering the same problem that Yar has. It may be glitched into something down there. Because yeah, I've got that forward truck. I don't know why that forward truck has a logging trailer over here. And it doesn't seem highly appropriate to the situation. We're gonna give this a try here. If I go to low, I can get the diff lock engaged along with the all-wheel drive. would normally expect it to be pulling better than this, but at least it is pulling. That's something a little better than I was getting previously. I'm a little worried that this may be all it has, though. Yeah, if I start actively winching, it actually pulls me back down the hill. Just in case it happens to be the portion of the slope that I am on, I'm going to go ahead and back up just a little closer here. Go into lower gear, and let's get our crawl on. That one definitely moved, though. Bordering on a full truck length, actually. Now I'm just mired in the mud. I've dug myself too deep here. Unless I can reach it from right here. Well, I can. Well, I'm up in the dry. I'll give this one more good yank. But I'm thinking that is definitely hung up on something. Well, no, wait. We got movement. Not much, but we got movement. No, screw it. Okay, we're going on. We're going to go get that cargo. The other option I'll look at for next week is that the Season 10 introduced a new, much larger, heavier capacity crane that you can mount on a few of the trucks. I may go grab one of those and see if it's got the power to just lift, especially that one, just straight up out of the water rather than trying to pull it up the embankment. It didn't look like there should be anything on the embankment blocking its progress anymore, but it's clearly unhappy with something. So I'll see if I can lift it straight up. I'll also try to do the same thing with the Yar, but this truck, I think, is hung up on another invisible rock. I think the Yar is glitched inside a rock. And in that case, even the high-powered crane is just going to topple itself over before it can actually pull anything out of anything else. So I got a trailer wheel unstuck once, but I had a glitched trailer that flipped a piece of cargo inside of a rock once. And that piece of cargo, even though I could grab it with a crane, it was never going to come out. So I had to reset that mission and start over, which luckily I could. God, this road is so bad. I don't have all 6 wheels on the ground at one time, ever. Something's always flying. It's officially a poor map design, but it's kind of fun. And for a mod map, it's definitely passable. Some of these mod maps are just horrible with the way they're put together. It's either all super highway where there's no challenge to it, or it is completely broken and it's virtually impossible to drive anywhere. Or like Krokodilsk, it's drivable, but the forest on that one is packed in so tight that there really are no shortcuts. You are forced to drive the long way to everything. And then you've got the Bridge of Doom, that is basically a death sentence for any smaller vehicle. what is the other? Oh, there's one spot. There's one spot that's so narrow that only the scout vehicles can get through. The other trucks are prone to plunging off into the depths. I got lucky and landed one on the wheels once, so I was able to get it recovered and back out of the pit, but that's not the normal way that rolls. So yeah, I still have Krokodilsk installed on this machine right here. It's save number 4, but I haven't gone back to it in a while. It was kind of clever the first pass through. It was super clever the way that you got access to the garage. But then it kind of became tedious. Let me see if I can cut over this way. This is not the best truck for doing any of this with, but it should have had a little easier time getting to this point at least. I mean, it's got bullhorns on it. It should be doing just fine. And it scares me that there's a medium logging trailer over here, because that implies that there's going to be some logging stuff going on later. Nope, wrong button. Attach trailer. We're hooked up. I'm already low on fuel. It's going to be a problem at some point. But that point is not this point. With that hookup, I'm going to go ahead and exit the game, make sure that it gets saved. That's going to end me for today, because I'm starting to get just a little hangry. What are we, 6:20? It's not too terribly late, but I'm an old man. I need my oatmeal and my pudding, or whatever it is that old people eat for dinner. Although if I was that old, I probably needed to eat it at 4. So in that case, I'm really late. I need to go check the mail for my unemployment mailing, because there's a bunch of stuff that I've learned that I need to verify on it before I check the box that says, yeah, let's go. I guess they underestimate all the numbers that they've got a lot. So I need to go double check on that. Let me take a quick pass, see who all is streaming right now that I can go ahead and raid into. Game Croy is kind of fun, but that is a weird game. I don't know if I want to subject anybody to that. The Raging Scots is, a Scotsman, so that kicks ass. He's playing some Euro Truck. That's in the realm here. Killer's Road. He does a bilingual stream. He's playing SnowRunner right now. I've rated him a lot. I haven't rated the Raging Scotsman, though. And the Raging Scots shows up on the quick choice button when I click raid. Killer's Road doesn't. So congratulations, man. You just won the raid lottery, because, of course, being raided by Lone Jedi is the ultimate tribute a channel can get. Let's see. I want him up and running first, because it's easier for me to throw my quick little crappy raid message. I need raid emotes. Someone who can draw, make me a raid emote real quick. So once I get through the commercial in another 15 seconds, then I'll be ready to go. I'm going to click the start raid now. Let's get this warmed up. Fire up them engines. And I will have a raid type message all ready to go. There we go. He's come out of his commercial. The raid is close. Let me play a little bit of that upbeat dance music. There it is. I gotta find someone better than Pretzel. Someone that starts and stops and fades. That's what I really need. Hey, thanks Pretzel for letting me know. And no, you can't post links either. So I'm going to throw us over to the end screen. I'm going to click the raid button. This is going to be a great big hoot. Thank you all for joining me. I am going to be back Saturday. I won a free copy of the new 2 Point Campus DLC for Switch. So that comes out tomorrow. So I'm going to get that installed. That's what I'm going to play on Saturday. So I've actually got something already planned out. And then most likely I'm going to be back to continue on with this farce on next Wednesday. So thank you all for joining me. I will see you next time.